Adobo. Adobo is not a single dish, it's a method. Meat, usually chicken or pork, braised in vinegar, soy sauce, garlic, bay leaves, and black pepper until the liquid reduces into a dark, glossy coat. The word adobo came from Spanish colonizers in the 1500s who recognized the preservation technique and gave it a name. But Filipinos were already cooking this way before the Spanish arrived. Vinegar was the refrigerator. In a tropical climate with no cold storage, acid kept meat from spoiling for days. The Spanish named it. The technique was always Filipino. Every province has its own version. Cavite makes it dry, frying the meat after braising until the edge is crisp. Laguna adds coconut milk. Some versions skip the soy sauce entirely and stay white. Ask 10 Filipino families for the recipe and you'll get 10 different answers. All of them are correct. Sinigang. Sinigang is a sour tamarind broth loaded with pork, shrimp, or fish, water spinach, eggplant, radish, and long green chili. It arrives at the table steaming, sharp, and aggressively sour in a way that clears your head on contact. The sourness is the whole point. Tamarind is the most common souring agent, but depending on the region, cooks use guava, unripe mango, camillas, or calamansi. In 2021, an international food ranking named Sinigang the best vegetable soup in the world. Filipinos were not surprised. The dish has been a daily staple for centuries, the kind of food that shows up on the table after a long day without anyone deciding to make it. It's just there. It's the dish most Filipinos living abroad say they miss first. Lechon. A whole pig, seasoned from the inside with lemongrass, garlic, scallions, and bay leaves, skewered on a bamboo pole, and slow roasted over open coals for 4 to 6 hours. The skin blisters and cracks into a brittle amber shell that shatters when you tap it. The meat underneath stays moist. That contrast, the crackling exterior against the soft interior, is what every Lechon cook is chasing. The Cebu version is considered the gold standard. It skips the liver sauce served elsewhere and lets the seasoned meat stand on its own. Anthony Bourdain called Cebu Lechon the best pig he had ever eaten. In the Philippines, no celebration is complete without one. Fiestas, weddings, baptisms, graduations, Lechon is the centerpiece. It's not a side dish, it's the event. Kare-kare. Kare-kare is a thick golden peanut stew made with oxtail, tripe, banana blossom, eggplant, and string beans. The sauce is built from ground roasted peanuts and toasted rice, which gives it a texture somewhere between a curry and a gravy. It has almost no salt on its own. That's intentional. Kare-kare is always served with bagung, fermented shrimp paste, on the side. You mix it in yourself. The bagung is aggressively salty and pungent. It's the seasoning, the contrast, and the point of the whole dish. Without it, kare-kare is unfinished. The dish is believed to have Pampanga origins, and the province of Pampanga is widely considered the culinary capital of the Philippines. Kapampangan cooks take kare-kare seriously in a way that is difficult to overstate. Pancet. Pancet is noodles, but in the Philippines the word carries more weight than that. Noodles were brought by Chinese traders centuries ago and absorbed so completely into Filipino culture that they're now considered native. Long noodles mean long life. Every birthday table in the Philippines has pancit on it. Cutting the noodles is bad luck. Pancit Canton uses thick egg noodles stir-fried with pork, shrimp, cabbage, carrots, and soy sauce. Pancit Baihan uses thin rice vermicelli. Pancit Malabon comes from the coastal town of the same name and uses thick noodles in a rich shrimp-based sauce topped with smoked fish, squid, and hard-boiled eggs. There are over 100 regional variations across the archipelago. The noodle changed. The meaning never did. Lumpia. Lumpia is the Filipino spring roll, and it exists in 2 distinct forms. Lumpiang Shanghai is the small, tightly rolled version filled with ground pork, carrots, garlic, and onion, fried until the wrapper turns a deep, crackling gold. It's served at every party, stacked in piles, gone within minutes. The fresh version, Lumpiang Sariwa, skips the frying entirely. A soft wrapper filled with sautéed vegetables, shrimp, pork, and drizzled with a thick sweet garlic sauce. Both trace back to Chinese culinary influence, that's specifically the Hokkien immigrants who settled in the Philippines centuries ago. Lumpiang Shanghai is so embedded in Filipino gatherings that its absence at a party is noticed. It's not a dish, it's an obligation. Sisig. Sisig started as a way to use the parts of the pig nobody else wanted. The face, the ears, the cheeks, chopped, boiled, then grilled over coals until the edges char, then served on a sizzling cast iron plate with onions, chili, calamansi, and a raw egg dropped on top from the heat. The dish comes from Pampanga, and a woman named Lucia Cunanhan is credited with the version that made it famous in the 1970s. She ran a restaurant on Fields Avenue in Angeles City, and her sisig became the blueprint. What started as awful cooking turned into one of the most ordered dishes in the Philippines. It's now made with chicken, tuna, and tofu for people who want the sizzle without the pork. The original is still the best. Halo, halo. Halo halo means mix mix, and the name is the instruction. A tall glass layered with shaved ice, evaporated milk, sweetened red beans, coconut strips, jackfruit, purple yam jam, nata de coco, leche flan, and a scoop of uba ice cream on top. You mix it before eating. The colors alone, purple, white, orange, yellow, make it one of the most visually striking desserts in Southeast Asia. It traces back to Japanese kakigori, brought to the Philippines during Japanese occupation in the 1940s, and rebuilt over decades with local ingredients until it became entirely its own thing. During Philippine summers, where temperatures regularly hit 38 degrees Celsius, halo halo isn't a dessert, it's a survival strategy. Tapsilog. Tapsilog is not a single dish, it's a format: cured beef tapa, garlic fried rice, and a fried egg. The name is a portmanteau. Tapa, sinangag, itlog. It's breakfast, but Filipinos eat it at any hour. The tapa is sweet, garlicky, and slightly chewy at the edges where the marinade caramelizes in the pan. The sinangag is day-old rice, fried hard in garlic oil until each grain separates. The egg goes on top, yolk intact. The format became a template. Long silog uses Filipino pork sausage, bang silog uses milkfish. Spam silog uses spam. There are over 30 variations, and every Filipino fast food chain has its own version. The Jollibee Tapsilog has been on the menu since the chain launched. It has never left.